The Omadino Community in Delta State is raising serious allegations against the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) over its recent proposal to redraw electoral wards in the Warri Federal Constituency.
We, the leaders and people of Omadino Community, have convened this press conference, particularly for the attention of the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, and his board of directors, as well as the general public, particularly as it pertains to recent release and very vexatious proposal of 4th April 2025 for deletion of the Warri Federal Constituency by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC).
At a press conference in Warri, community leaders accused INEC of ignoring multiple Supreme Court judgments and raising Ishekiri's presence from their ancestral territories.
It must be noted that the suit leading to the Supreme Court order of 2022 was not an appeal against any previous court judgment and can never be appealed against any previous Supreme Court judgment, because we have several Supreme Court judgments which have made a pronouncement in favor of the Omadino people and in favor of the Ishekiri, which give us a title deed of ownership of the whole land that we're talking about today under the overlordship of the Olu of Warri.
They point to previous Supreme Court rulings, including one from 1972, that upheld their ownership of key lands now being renamed and reassigned under INEC's proposed ward map.
In complete disregard of the decision of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in James Uluba and other versus Chief E.E. Silo and others, 1972, all Nigeria Weekly Law Report, 2nd edition, volume 1, page 53, in terms of the name Okerigo versus Okerekiko, which a dispute that arose during and was considered and decided upon by the Supreme Court of Nigeria in favor of the name Okerigo, which is Omadino Community. Now, in the past, we have case with the Ijaw people that is living in Okerigo, and they said the place is Okerigo. We say no, it's Omadino Community land. The name is Okerigo. Now, what happened? The case was adjudicated to the Supreme Court, and Omadino Community were given a title deed that the name in question is not Okerekoko, it's Okerigo, and the land is Omadino Community land. The judgment is there, it's reported. So, INEC, I want to, through your legal department, you can go to the Nigeria Weekly Law Report as we address here, you will check it.
Chief Priest Roland Yomiri, speaking on behalf of the community, says the creation of new wards such as Egwa and Ewe on disputed lands excluded existing Ishekiri settlements. According to him, polling units that traditionally belonged to Ishekiri communities have now been moved to predominantly Urobo or Ijaw wards.
The Supreme Court never ordered INEC to make itself a pawn in the hand of those who consider the Ishekiri ethnicity as their enemy. Neither did the Supreme Court order INEC to be a party to the desperate attempt by our neighbors and customary tenants to dominate the Ishekiri people in their own and only land. Warri Federal Constituency is our own land. It's our place. We have no other place. The Ijaw of Baramatu, they are from Bayelsa. They should go to Bayelsa to claim ownership.
The community also questioned the logic behind INEC's ward allocation, citing how some areas with just over 1,000 registered voters were granted entire wards, while Ishekiri populated areas with over 15,000 voters were lumped into one.
Where there is 1,000 voters, you give them unit and ward. Where we have 15,000, 20,000, you still lump this up to be one ward. So what order that the Supreme Court gave to you that said the Ishekiri people should be oppressed with their population and narrowed to one ward, while people who just have 1,000 votes within a ward are split into 3 wards with just 1,000 something votes? It's not acceptable to us. The population of Omadino Obodo ward alone far outnumber the population of the entire Gbaramatu Kingdom put together. Yet, Obodo Omadino ward, comprising of mega towns like Ubeji, Ife, Egbokodo, Omadino, Obodo, and host of many others, all got lumped into a single ward.
Omadino leaders are now calling on President Bola Tinubu and the National Assembly to intervene, warning that the community will resist any attempt to implement the current INEC proposal.